What's up, YouTube? You checking out the Frequent Flyer, and this is my review of the Star Wars TIE Fighter SF-67 or RC Shape, as GearBest calls it on their website. That's what they describe it as. But this thing is a TIE Fighter, as you can see, from Star Wars, and this thing is awesome, man. It flies really nice. This is the first time that I've seen a model from Star Wars actually fly well. And it's ingenious the way that they made this thing. They actually put the props right there in between the wings. And when you're flying it around, it has LEDs on the bottom here. These LEDs down here actually flash to simulate firing of the weapons of this thing. And it's just awesome, man. It does flips in all four directions. It does forward and backwards flips this way, and it does rolls. And when you do the rolls, it looks like it's dodging enemy fire. This thing just looks awesome in the air, man. And it banks really well. It looks really cool banking. And it has 3 rates on it. And the yaw rate changes with each rate, but the yaw rate is still a little slow, I think. Now, it comes with this transmitter here. This transmitter isn't the best, but it gets the job done. And this button here is actually a trim button. You press this button here and it allows you to start trimming the model. For instance, if you wanted to give it some left trim, you would hit this button to put it in trim mode, and then you would start hitting the stick to the left until you get it to where you want it to be, and then you hit that again and it'll take it out of trim mode and you can fly it normally again. And this button here is to trigger the flips. It actually arms the flips. You hit this and then you hit the direction that you want it to flip in, and it'll execute the flip. And if you hold both buttons, it'll put you in headless mode. I have very few gripes with this thing, things that I don't like. And the main thing that I don't like about it is the instructions manual. So it's not actually the model, it's the instructions manual. There's no English. The only English on this instructions manual is TIE Fighter and Star Wars. Everything else is in Chinese, so this is basically useless, the instructions manual. And the other thing that I don't like about it is the battery. The battery doesn't fit inside the battery bay well enough for you to shut the hatch. It sticks out a little bit, and as you can see, the battery is made a little weird. It has the wires coming out on both ends instead of having both of them together coming out of one end, and that also contributes into the battery not fitting in the battery bay well enough for you to close the hatch. So that sticks out, but it's no problem if you have other models, other micros with batteries this size, similar size, and maybe even larger, because I fit 400 milliamp hour batteries inside this thing with no problem. And this is a 350 milliamp hour battery, and it doesn't fit, but I fit the 400 milliamp hour batteries, 380 milliamp hours, the 350, just all sizes fit in there. All similar sizes fit in there with no problem, but the battery that comes with it doesn't fit in there. So the last thing can be overlooked is the LEDs. Now, it doesn't have LEDs, sufficient LEDs for night flying, I don't think, because no LEDs in the rear, but the LEDs in the front flash and they're red, and there's a LED inside that glows red. But I can get past that part because it looks really cool, because the LEDs simulate firing of the weapons. And it looks really cool having the model fly towards you and see that flashing. It goes off and on. Sometimes it stops and then it'll start up again. It's flashing a couple times. And it really looks like it's firing weapons at you. So I really don't mind it being that way. But I really wish it did had some type of LEDs on it. I can't really imagine how they would put the LEDs on it though, which way did they would do it. My cat's trying to crash the video. So Yeah, so the LEDs, I don't see how the LEDs would actually fit on the model. Where would they go? Maybe along here or something. I don't know, but something that can be overlooked. The LEDs, just because I like the model so much, it's pretty awesome. Back to the transmitter. The transmitter, this button here changes the rates. It starts off with this LED here on the bottom lit up, and then you press this one time, it goes to the second one, and you press it again, and all three are lit up, and that lets you know that you're in high rates. And this is the on and off switch here. It takes 3 AAA batteries. It comes with an extra set of spare props and this little tiny screwdriver in here, the 350 milliamp hour battery, and a USB charging cable. Oh yeah, and it's a micro low-C connector on there, as you saw the battery. And so let's go check this thing out in flight. Okay, so we out here with the TIE Fighter Quad. Let's get it down to the transmitter. And I don't know if you guys can see that light flashing down here at the bottom. And the thrust is a little weaker in lowest rate. So we're in low rates now. It's a little windy. The wind is blowing to my right. So this is the yaw. Super slow yaw and low rates. This is the roll. And this is the pitch. The pitch right there. Forward pitch. Backwards pitch. So let's switch to the next rate. We're in second rates now. Mid rates. That's the yaw. Yaw's a little faster now. That's the roll. Roll's a little more deep. That's the pitch against the wind. Pitch with the wind. Pulling back on it. Okay, let's go to high rates. We're on high rates now. This is the yaw. The yaw is a little faster now. The pitch is more deep. Forward pitch there. You can see this thing flies pretty nice. Let's roll with the wind. Let's roll against the wind. Pitch against the wind. So let's check out the flips. So we're going to do a front flip. That was a front flip there. Let's try it again. Front flip. Back flip. Side flip. That was the side flip there. That's just about everything in the wind here. Let's flip with the wind. Side flip. So that was with the wind on a flip. Now let's try headless mode. Should be in headless mode now. Yeah. For some reason it thinks the base heading is behind me. So yeah, let's get it out of headless mode. Should be out of headless mode now. Yep. So pretty awesome little flight. Just fly it around a little bit. Try to take it out here where it's even more windy. Less shield from the wind out here. It's fighting the wind. The wind is blowing it hard towards the construction yard. Take it down the alleyway. So the range is pretty good. The sun is blinding. Whoa! Wind trying to force it towards the construction yard. So that's pretty much it. All there is to show, really. At LVC, you really can't detect LVC too well because of the lights only being in the front and they flash every so often. I think it's in LVC now because it's flashing repeatedly. It doesn't seem like it's stopping flashing. I don't know if you guys can see that. So I don't want it to fall, so I'm just going to catch it if I can. So that's it. The Star Wars TIE Fighter from GearBest. Thanks for watching.